Hey everyone, it's Mrs. Brimlow, and I wanted to take some time to go over the directions for your next project. So we've been studying linear functions now for about a week, and we just started to look at slope. And so even though slope is going to be very important for functions, it's also something you're going to encounter in your everyday life as well. So I really want you to feel comfortable talking about slope, and not just in a math sense, but when you're talking about other things in your life, such as you might hear people talk about the pitch of a roof. You might hear people talk about the slope of a mountain. You might hear people talk about the steepness or the angle for a skateboard ramp. So many ways that you can use slope and will hear it in your life. Um, so you're going to either create a drawing on paper or on the computer, of something in real life with different slopes. You need to include at least 20 lines, 5 positive slope, 5 negative, 5 zero, and 5 undefined. You're going to identify the type of slope for each of your lines with proper labels. Your drawing must be something recognizable like a tree or a flower. Now, I also recognize that some things like a flower, for instance, has more of a circular shape to it, but you can make it so it's more block-like for this project. If you're going to use paper, it should be neatly drawn and include color, and it should also be done on nice white blank computer paper. If you're going to use Google Drawing, you need to make sure you submit through Canvas, and I'm going to provide a template for you on the assignment. If you do this on paper, make sure your name, class, and date is on this. This is going to be worth an assessment grade, so really take your time, put in your best effort, and have fun with it. This is going to be due Friday at the beginning of class. Today, you're going to have all class to work on this and get started. And then obviously over the next few days. I don't really assign homework, so this is going to be your homework for me over the next week, before Friday. So just a couple of examples just to kind of give you some ideas or so you can see my expectations. This is a Christmas tree, and you can see that they had all the different types of slope, and they have it labeled around the edges, and then they just added some fun decorations and even put some labels on the slope around it. So you don't have to draw one object. It could be multiple objects that you include in your picture and write the type of slope with. And I want to remind you that you always read your graph from left to right. So that's how you should be approaching these images when you're labeling your slope. Here's another picture of a flower. As I said before, you don't need to make it curved. You can include circles like they did for the center of their flower or creating their bee, but it doesn't have to be circular. Now, if you choose to do this on your Chromebook or computer at home, I want to just show you a couple of examples of some past projects I've had. This one's still loading, so I'll come back to it. This one was a house. And so they created a little key in the corner, P for positive, N for negative, Z for zero, and U for undefined. So they actually use different shapes in Google Drawing to create this, and they labeled it using text boxes. So a lot of cool features you could use in Google Drawing. You can kind of see it in the background. I'm going to try clicking on the picture again, but you can see they created a reindeer. A lot of details. This person was very much into art, very artistic, and they really took off with this. And so they included a lot of details. This definitely took a lot of time. So really, you can be as creative with it as you want, as you can kind of see. Unfortunately, this isn't loading though. You can be as creative as you want if this is your thing, or you can keep it simple if you're not as into art. But I really want you to see and think about how this plays in the world around you. I think I pretty much covered everything. If you have any questions, you can let me know. All work, once again, should be submitted through Canvas. If you do this on paper, you can take a picture and upload it. Or like I said, you could submit your Google Drawing if that's what you choose to do. If you have any questions, let me know, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with.